President Trump signed a bipartisan bill Wednesday that toughens prison sentences for fentanyl traffickers. He highlighted heartbreaking stories of fentanyl victims and blamed China for aiding the smuggling of drugs into the U.S. But China pushed back, saying fentanyl is America's problem, not theirs. NTD's White House correspondent Iris Tao has the details.
At a moving ceremony featuring families holding pictures of loved ones they had lost to drugs, President Trump signed into law a bipartisan legislation that would classify all fentanyl-related substances, including its copycat versions, as Schedule I drugs, which carry the harshest penalties.
It's a big deal, as they will tell you, meaning anyone caught trafficking these illicit poisons will be punished with a mandatory 10-year minimum sentence in prison.
Fentanyl, which is 50 times stronger than heroin, has become the leading cause of death for Americans aged 18 to 45. Trump invites to the podium parents who lost their children to the drug to share their stories.
We did everything right, but one pill, one mistake given by a friend under peer pressure took his life. For 4 years, we felt ignored. But you've changed that.
Say thank you, Mr. President, for stopping the border crossings. Full stop, mic drop.
President Trump also called out China's role in facilitating the smuggling of fentanyl into the U.S. China remains the largest source for fentanyl precursors, which are then used to make fentanyl in Mexico before they end up in the U.S. Trump stressing his tariffs as a punishment.
China delivers much of the fentanyl. Some people would say all of it. They deliver it into Mexico and even into our own country. We have a 20%, so they pay billions of dollars in damages for what they've done.
While President Trump says he believes China will tighten control, the communist regime has a track record of making promises without taking solid actions, especially when it comes to fentanyl. A congressional report last year accused China of directly subsidizing the manufacturing and the export of illicit fentanyl materials. And that's before the president, upon taking office earlier this year, accused China of actively expanding the business of poisoning our citizens. Reporting from the White House, Iris Tao, NTD News.
Trump also said he had imposed a 20% tariff on Chinese imports, quote, as a penalty for China's role in supplying fentanyl to the U.S. He added that he expects China to begin handing out the death penalty for fentanyl manufacturing and distribution. China responded on Thursday. A spokesman for the Chinese Foreign Ministry said fentanyl is a problem for the U.S., not China, and that the responsibility lies with the U.S. itself. Japan, one of Washington's closest allies in Asia, is calling on the international community to wake up to what it calls the greatest trial since the end of World War II. In its annual assessment published this week, the Japanese Defense Ministry voiced deep concerns over Chinese military expansion and its aggressive actions in the Indo-Pacific. The 2025 Japan Defense White Paper says China has been rapidly ramping up defense spending, boosting its military power in both size and capability. The paper also highlighted Beijing's increased activity in the East China Sea, including near the disputed Senkaku Islands, as well as in the Pacific. Last week,